here's just a little change today in our great craft room cleanup challenge of June 2023. Thought I would just take a pause today, not for my 15 minutes, but just a pause because it's been about a week, and just talk about how things are going, things I've learned. I'll put it away later itis is fierce. And there's not really a remedy for it except to try to do better. And that is actually what I have done this week. After my flosstube filming on Tuesday, as it was uploading, I immediately put everything away from my top bin. So it is ready to start accumulating things for next Tuesday's flosstube. And I can also say that having it cleared and putting things in order as I got to them or thought of things for the floss tube or got to a stopping point on a certain project and putting it in there made it a lot easier for prep on Monday night and Tuesday morning, which cut down on that time because floss tubes are time consuming. Great joy, but time consuming. So that's definitely been a plus, and my cart has stayed organized and clean. Granted, I haven't done a lot of FFOing. I am now stitching out in the den still, but progress is progress. And instead of getting tired or overwhelmed or just over it, watching spaces get picked up, cleaned up, and organized again has spurred me to want to do more, which I knew. Because I do get very anxious when any part of my life is unorganized. I just require balance in my life. So I am definitely loving the progress in this room and falling in love with this room again, which is great because I am very privileged that we have a fourth bedroom that unfortunately guests can't stay in, but that I get to use as my creative space, and I do not take that for granted one bit. And my family loves the fact that they can shut the door and not have to see my mess, which is getting less. Update, the overall consensus yesterday was to put the Cricut away when I'm not using it, and I have all of these bottom kind of cabinets with the sliding doors, so it is on the other side right there at the very front, so it's easy to get to and plug back in when I need it. So I still have to clear off the other part of the little round portion of this table, but then I will have FFO space. Lord help us. This table can actually be, it's from IKEA. It is a conference room table, but it has 4 sections. And I have 3 of them. When COVID hit and my son and daughter came home for school and I had my business, we actually had 3 computers in here and 3 chairs, and we would sit here all day and work together. And then my daughter graduated, went to college, so that's where my Cricut went. And then my son, who was easily distracted, got moved to his father's office, which is the next room over, the study, so that he would stop focusing on what I was doing. And I turned the other desk on the other side of me into my sewing table. So I have 2 chairs, so I didn't have to always take the chair back and forth. And it has really worked out great, except that sometimes with a lot of space comes a lot of clutter. And it's not my first rodeo with cleaning off that section, but hopefully this time I will keep it clean. That's my goal. I've had a lot of suggestions, recommendations, and ideas on my challenge videos, and I so appreciate them. Appreciate all of the encouraging words. Please keep those suggestions and recommendations coming. For some people, putting things in piles of like donate, put away, and different craft piles, and then sorting through them works wonders for them. And it really does make the 15 minutes of cleanup just 15 minutes of cleanup. I've tried that before. And then what happens is my desk gets cleared off, and then I don't tackle the piles because I'll get to that later, itis. And then the piles stay there, and then the desk accumulates. So for me this time, I had said that if I touched it and it needed to be put away, I would immediately put it where it belongs. Yes, it cuts into the 15 minutes of true cleaning, but for me, it alleviates the step of putting it in a pile to then move it to another pile. That's me. And I have learned that. And if you watch any kind of organizational editing professionals, they do recommend to do that. It just hasn't worked for me in the past. I am putting off the closet because it's the worst part. And I know I have downsized a lot of my crafting over the years. I just need to do one more hard purge. The money is spent. I know that. I know I'm not going to get the money back. Whether I use it or not, it is spent. And I need to just send it forward off into the world to find new owners that will love the craft and use the craft things and enjoy the craft things. And that's going to bring me joy in and of itself to know that some of these crafting supplies are going off to better homes than my closet. And I do have a plastic bin right outside my door with things to donate. That I am doing if I know for sure I don't want it. And having been not a monogamous stitcher, but a monogamous cross stitcher for almost 2 years now, this is it. I have found my home. I have found my hobby. I am able to satisfy my sewing needs and my painting, like wood finishing and all of that in my FFOs. So I am ready to part with the card making and the felting and the knitting. And I am going to give away quite a lot of my vinyl that I still have. I gave away the entire bin and shirts and everything from when I used to do custom shirts. But what I have now are 12 by 12 sheets of vinyl for projects. Not heat transfer vinyl, but just vinyl. And then I have a bin of rolls that I would buy when I was doing big projects. And that bin I am going to give away and just keep my 12 by 12 plastic cardstock holder of vinyl, because that is enough for any little projects that I need to do. Still works on my Cricut. I also have a Joy, the smaller Cricut. So I'm ready to purge all of that. My heart's beating fast at the investment that is, but it's okay. It will go to a good home. And again, I keep telling myself, the money is spent. It's not like I'm going to get it back if I keep it a certain amount of years or use a certain amount of the material. Yes, I could probably sell it on a de-stash site, but honestly, I have been blessed with being able to buy this, and I would rather pay it forward and give it to someone who could use it for their small business, for their startup, and maybe doesn't have quite the funds. So I'm going to do that. So that's kind of where I am now. Again, the Cricut has moved. There's even more space on the desk, which is super exciting. And today I will set another 15-minute timer and start tackling this side of the desk. And I will show you pictures tomorrow. But here is a picture of what it looks like now without the Cricut. And thanks again, guys, for all of the suggestions, all of the encouragement. Thank you to all of you who are participating in this craft room cleanup challenge. I love seeing all of your posts and pictures and videos and all of your posts on my Facebook group, the.Fanciful Flamingo. don't forget that there is a giveaway coming at the end of the month if you signed up for the challenge last week. The sign up for the giveaway has closed, but you are certainly welcome to participate as much, as little as you want. And also, my friend Linda Richter Stitcher on FlossTube is also videoing her daily progress. So if you haven't checked her out and her daily floss tubes on her craft room, please go do so and show some love. And as always, choose joy. See y'all tomorrow.